Wow, talk about a curveball, right? Why? Elton John, the man who practically invented flamboyant stage presence, revealing he's lost his sight.
Yeah, it's definitely a big deal.
I mean, it was all over the news. I saw it first on Reuters. They were reporting on his speech at that Devil Wears Prada musical opening in London.
Ah, right, right.
And, when you think Elton John,
Oh, absolutely. You think of the glasses, the costumes.
spectacle.
Exactly. It's like a visual icon, right?
Yeah.
But it's easy to forget, like, beyond that, the man's a legend. 6 decades in music, 300 million plus records sold.
Tiny Dancer, your song.
I mean, there's an Elton John song for, what, like every life event?
Pretty much. But yeah, to hear him share something so personal in front of everyone.
Must have been quite a moment.
It was. The article even quotes him, saying, as some of you may know, I have had issues, and now I have lost my sight. I haven't been able to see the performance, but I have enjoyed it. I love to hear it.
Wow.
Yeah. And like you can imagine, right? Everyone in that theater.
Just floored, I bet.
Oh, yeah. The article said there's like this rapturous applause. Everyone was with him.
Supporting him. It's powerful, that kind of shared empathy.
And then he mentions his husband, David Furnish, being his, quote, rock.
Ah, that's so sweet. It really makes you think about, like, the strength we get from the people we love.
Yeah. Oh,
especially going through something tough.
no kidding.
Yeah.
And it's wild because remember back in July, he posted on Instagram about that eye infection.
Yeah, yeah. And he seemed so optimistic, like it was going to clear up.
Totally. And even before that, in his September documentary,
Yeah.
Elton John, Never Too Late, he was already kind of reflecting on his life and legacy. There's this line where he says, this is the latter time of my life. I don't know how much time I have left.
It's like heavy stuff, right? And now with this sight loss, it hits different.
Oh, for sure. And then by November, he's telling ABC News it's like a completely different story. He can't see out of his right eye at all. And his left eye is, well, he says, not the greatest, which basically means he can't read or watch anything.
That's so hard. Makes you wonder what happened, Was it like a complication from the infection or?
Who knows? But it really goes to show how quickly things can change.
It does, especially for a musician. Someone so used to visual cues on stage, that must be disorienting, to say the least.
Right. It's like relearning how to navigate everything.
Exactly. Not just the stage, but like the world.
Yeah. For someone like Elton, who's always been so visually expressive.
Yeah.
With the costumes, the performances, to have that taken away, it's got to be tough.
Huge adjustment. And creatively, too, right? He told ABC, it's been a while since I've done anything. There's hope and encouragement that it will be okay, but I'm kind of stuck at the moment. Like, you can hear the frustration there.
Absolutely. And it makes you think about all those fans who saw him on that farewell tour, which, wrapped up just this year?
Yeah, this past summer.
To think, those might have been some of the last times seeing him perform with full vision.
It kind of reframes those memories, doesn't it?
Totally. Makes you appreciate them even more. But it also makes you wonder, like, where does he go from here musically?
Right, right. What's next for Elton John?
Yeah, could this, I don't know, push him in a new creative direction?
It's possible, right? Like some artists, when they face limitations, they find all these new, innovative ways to express themselves.
I was just thinking, it could lead him to a more stripped-down sound, like focusing purely on the music itself.
Yeah, yeah. The emotion, the voice, without all the visual spectacle.
Exactly. Like, going back to basics, it's pretty fascinating to think about what a new Elton John album might sound like, shaped by this experience.
Totally agree. But one thing's for sure, the guy's resilient. Remember what he said to ABC? I'm so lucky. I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Oh, yeah. Even with everything going on, you could just hear the gratitude in his voice.
And that's got to come from somewhere, right?
Well, he's had an amazing career. He's got a loving family. His husband, David, their 2 sons, Zachary and Elijah.
You're right. That strong foundation, that love and support, that's got to make a huge difference.
No doubt. So where does this leave us? Elton John, facing a new chapter, finding new ways to create, to adapt. It's a powerful story,
Absolutely.
Makes you think, how would you react to such a life-altering event? And maybe, just maybe, it inspires us all to face our own challenges with a little bit of that Elton John courage.
Oh, I like that.
And as for his music, well, maybe it's time we all gave it another listen, with fresh ears and a new appreciation for the stories behind the songs.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Absolutely.